On this, we have Hamdi Rifai, who joins us in the studio. He's an activist and the executive director of the Council of United Syrians and Americans. Hamdi, great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me on.
So one of the interesting aspects of this is, Turkey's been involved in Syria in a variety of capacities. There was the deal in Aleppo, the de-escalation in Idlib, attempts to advance a constitutional committee, and now it has this effort with Russia, this agreement rather, to create a safe zone along its southern border. But I'm curious as to how the Syrian opposition views Turkey's role in Syria.
Well, the Syrian Negotiations Committee is overseeing the National Syrian Army that is actually working to bring peace and stability to the northeast area. So clearly the official position is they're in favor of it. But it's obviously a lot more complicated than that. If you talk to people, some people are for it, some people are against it. And the reason for that is the National Syrian Army, while primarily an Arab-based ethnicity army, there are also a lot of Kurds in it. And in the SDF, there are also a lot of Arabs in it. So it's not quite as clear as one might think at first. The problem with the scenario, though, is this. The YPG was the one running the SDF, which is why President Erdogan had to do what he's done.
So what then happens to the YPG in Syria, and where does the Syrian opposition go from here?
Well, the YPG has always been a guerrilla group. They will revert to being a guerrilla group. They will serve a purpose for whatever limited time they can south of the northeast area of the 30-kilometer region. But before this all started in Syria, they were the PKK and they were the YPG, and they were run by the PYD. Just like terrorist organizations like Hezbollah. They claim to have a political arm and they claim to have a military arm. They will continue to be that political group.
So what is this safe zone? I guess, does this increase the chances of a political solution in Syria? This obviously helps Assad and Russia.
I think this is such a big wrench that was thrown in that trying to make a prediction now is just a little bit early. But I can say this, after 9 years of having tried everything else, well, why not try this?
Right. So I guess, where do things evolve from here in terms of the power dynamics on the ground?
Well, Turkey is not going to be there forever. I mean, I think President Erdogan did this very smartly. So the NSA, which is the, I guess, successor to the Free Syrian Army, will be in control of that region, which is on the border of Turkey. I think we have yet to see what's going to happen with Idlib. Clearly, about 60% of the country is controlled by Assad, and it will continue to be for the foreseeable future until something changes. And then we have the area south of the northeast area by Deir Ezzor. And I think that's really where the discussion is going to be, because the United States is going to want to protect that oil to prevent Assad and Iran from bypassing the economic sanctions against them. The only real opportunity here for substantial change is by preventing them from doing anything to get any revenue.
Right. Hamdi Rifai, really great to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
Thanks so much for coming on.